Hey, Fye Finance family, welcome to this edition of Let's Talk Tuesday. So, on this Let's Talk Tuesday, because there are still a few days left in the month honoring Hispanic heritage, I wanted to make sure that I highlighted some people that I have had the pleasure of meeting on a professional level to come on and talk about their businesses, very similar to what we did in the month of August when we highlighted Black business entrepreneurs. We wanted to show some love to our brown brothers and sisters as well. And so I had the pleasure of meeting this young man during tax season. Luis Mendez, he is the owner of Mendez Brothers LLC here in Stockbridge, Georgia. I'm going to let him talk about what his business is all about, but definitely someone who I have had the pleasure of connecting with. And y'all, it's been uh, a great ride so far. Luis is the type of person where he just gives it to you straight. And I love that, right? So when we first connected, he was like, listen, I got this issue, I got this issue. I need you to help me. If you can help me, come on, let's do it. If you can't, then I'm gonna move on, right? Like that's how it was, and I like that because it was straight no chaser. So that's what I needed in my life at that moment, especially. But just to give you some background about Luis, Luis is from New Jersey. Okay, and although he is 10 years younger than me, I can learn a lot from this young man. His motto is, y'all, there's no time for downtime. I have a motto that's very similar. It's more like I'll sleep when I'm dead, right? But I like his motto a lot better. There's no time for downtime. So Luis has moved here from New Jersey in 2013. He relocated to Georgia, and that's where he started his business. He's a family man, so he's married. He has kids, and he talks about his passion to provide for his family being his motivation to go out on his own and to start his own business. So he has that entrepreneur spirit, right? That self motivating spirit that a lot of entrepreneurs have and need in order to help them become successful. And so when we met Luis on his journey, like I said, this last tax season, he had already had a lot of skin in the game, and so we just came alongside of him and just help him continue to be prosperous, right, and improved in certain areas that we saw needed a little more work. And so again, I am very, very grateful to have met and connected with this young man. So without further ado, I'm going to bring him to the stage so he can talk more about himself and his business. Welcome, Luis. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right.
Hello,
So
everyone.
okay, so we have some visual problems. We can hear you, but
Okay.
we can't see you right now. So we're working on getting the visual up. But I don't know if you were able to hear everything. Okay, we got you up. We got you up.
There
All
you go.
right. Welcome. So
Thank you. Thank you.
you heard that intro I gave you. I mean, I
Yeah, yeah.
played
You made
you
me feel so
up.
good about myself.
You should, man. You should. You're awesome. I will
Thank you.
say
Thank
this: like
you.
when we first met, like I love the honesty and the transparency. You know what I'm saying? And you were like, "Listen, I don't do this. I need help. Like I need you to do this." And I love that because most people I meet, like they don't want to say, "I don't know what I'm doing." You get what I'm saying? But
If I don't know something, I want to let it be known.
hello, I'm the same way. I stay in my lane, and I love it.
Exactly.
I love it.
Oh man.
So tell us about your passion, Luis. I touched on that a little bit about being a family man, and you were saying that that was the passion behind driving you to start your own business. But tell us a little more about that.
Well, since I was young, I always wanted to start a business. It's my family comes from businesses. I got a couple of cousins up north that they into like jewelry, and I have another cousin. She's into she has a salon. So I got to see a business structure, coming up, and I got to see that it was possible, especially for us. Um, Back in, I want to say
We lost your audio, Luis. There we go. Nope, we lost you again, Luis. So let's wait for Luis to join because he was just about to share with us how he got into the business, like what motivated him to start his own business. And Fye Finance family, during the live, if you have questions, comments, please feel free to chime in. Like always, I appreciate you all rocking with us. And tonight is no different. So we welcome your questions, we welcome your comments as we're talking with Luis, getting to know him a little better and getting to know his business and the services that he offers. And we're definitely going to give you opportunity to connect with Luis after the live. We're going to make sure that we put all his contact information either in the comments or I'll let him share that throughout the live. So we got Luis back. So let's see. He was talking about
I
his
got cut off.
family. Yep, I got you, Luis.
You
All
got me
right.
back? All right.
We got you back.
Sorry about that.
No worries
Alrighty.
at all.
Yeah, so back in 2013, yeah, 2013, that's when I decided to come down here. My mother-in-law had called me, and her and her husband had they were leaving one of the trailer shops down here and starting their own business, and he wasn't fluent in English, and he needed someone to help him. So when I came down, I've worked in Harbor Freight and a bunch of other stores doing a customer service. So I was pretty good with dealing with people, and I started working with him. We worked for like 3 years together, and I branched off on my own. He gave me his blessings, and I branched off on my own. And
Awesome.
from 2016 until now, we've been running. We've repaired semi trailers, specifically dry vans. Um, what can I say? I love what I do. I didn't know anything about trailers before I got down here. When I was up
Wow.
in Newark, New Jersey, I was out there and and in our cultural lifestyle, I want to
Right.
say. So and I didn't know that I can change a tire and or some brakes and make decent money. And when I came down here and seeing that he was doing it, it's like I'm like, man, like I've been here almost all my life. I got parents, I got ancestors and cousins and that have been here for a long time, and we were doing like the same routine, like the same. I'm like, yo, this is different. This is so much different, and I
Right.
seen it that it was lucrative. So I wanted to get into it. So I started purchasing my tools little by little as I was working with him, and my family being my greatest motivation. I got 4 kids. At that time, I only had 2, but it was a struggle, having no experience, no high school diploma. I didn't go to college and all that stuff. So it was a struggle just working and always just check after check after check after check.
Right.
And I got tired of it. I always giving my kids excuses why we couldn't do this, why we couldn't do that. And so when I started, it was rough. It was really rough. I started off in a U-Haul. I was renting a U-Haul. I didn't have any truck, so I was like everything I was making would go straight back into the rental for the U-Haul, and then my bills or whatnot. And we were still left broke. So, but I kept on telling my wife was like she was a big motivation for me too, because like every time I wanted to quit, she would push me like, yo, babe, you got it, and just keep on going. Um, and thank God, like right now, like I feel good because it's all starting to fall into place.
Right.
And it was a struggle. It's still, and I'm not where I want to be, and I'm
Right.
nowhere close to it. But I'm further than I was, and it feels good. And I thank God for the opportunity to be able to see something different, especially because my whole life just being in Newark, it was just like you think that that's what it is, and when you step out and you see all the possibilities that are out here, it's just it's a life changer for real.
Listen, me and you have a very similar story. So I moved here in 2012, chasing that same opportunity, right? Like we came here from Charleston, South Carolina. And so when we moved here, when you're in Charleston, South Carolina, it's a small town. Like it's a small community. You know what I'm saying? Like when you think about Atlanta, it's booming, it's a metropolitan city. Charleston is not like that. And so your opportunities seem limited. Like you see that glass ceiling very quickly. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so I was like, I want more. Like I know I want more. I was in the same boat, Louise. Like, living paycheck to paycheck. My husband had gotten laid off. So like I was the only one really working for a period of time. Like it was rough. And when my husband said, let's step out on faith and move to Atlanta, I was like, okay, let's go. And I'm so grateful for it because like he has been like my constant support, my constant motivator, just like your wife, right? Cheering me on. He was the one telling me, babe, you've been making these corporations money all these years. Why don't you make yourself some money? And so, I decided to open up my accounting firm. And I've been blessed to meet people such as yourselves, to just make different connections, with people. Like, it's been a blessing. And like, it happened kind of fast. I don't know if that's your same story, like, but it was like when I said let's go, God was like, okay, let's go. And I was like, wow, it just all came really fast. And it's been an exciting ride to say the least. But I do love that about you, like your tenacity. And like, y'all, Luis is always working. But if I text Luis and I need something, he'll get back to me. But the man is always working. Like, there's no time where I don't pick up the
No time for
phone.
downtime. Period.
Right?
It's
Exactly.
so much to do. Look, I'm at the yard now, and it's like I'm just talking to you. I'm looking around like, wow, I got all these things to do, all these things to do. But it's like, uh, it's we keep on going. Tomorrow's another
Right.
day, and
Right.
we get as much as we can done today, and tomorrow we come back and hit it again. And
Right.
like I said, I thank God. I thank God for us to have an opportunity because 15, 20 years ago, the majority of our people was working for somebody. You know,
Hello.
and
Right.
and you can see the progression now. Like I'm
Right.
so proud. Like I drive around, I'm like, oh, okay, like this is all
Right.
nice
Right.
cars, everybody's doing good,
Right.
and it feels good. It
It
feels good,
does.
and the fact that we have people to encourage us. Like I told you, that I really appreciate this opportunity in the platform because we need to do that a lot more. Just
Right.
support each other because we all we got.
Louise, that's my saying. We all we got. We all we
Seriously.
got. So we got a comment. Wayne is saying, "How has your Hispanic background helped to shape you as a business owner?" That's a good comment. That's a good question.
I don't think it. Well, just the fact that I can speak Spanish,
Okay.
I don't think that actually like made a difference if I was Spanish or not. But because on it, to be honest with you, I probably have two Spanish clients.
Really?
I'm serious. I probably got like
Wow.
two Spanish clients, and so I don't think it really made a difference. The all my parts places, I don't think anybody speaks Spanish there either. So like it really didn't make a difference. The I I can't say it did. Just the fact that I speak Spanish.
Right, right. Well,
You
I
know.
love what you said about when you moved here, you were with family, and then you got your uncle's blessing, I think you said, to go out on your own.
Yeah, my that was my father-in-law at the time.
Your father-in-law, wow. And I
Yes.
mean, that's awesome because like you went to him and you like, listen, I want to do this on my own, and he was okay with you doing that. Like, I love that because oftentimes we can get into that crab syndrome. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want you to get more than me, so I'm gonna bring you down. So
Absolutely, absolutely. No, I thank God that he wasn't like that. He was a very humble
right,
person, and he encouraged me. He told me, he was like, listen, man. He was like, just go out. He was like, give yourself at least 6 months and you'll be all right. And
okay,
that was encouraging. And even when I did have like hard times, I was always able to rely on him. He would help me out, and I thank God for him too. He was a blessing in my life. Um,
okay,
yeah, we need people like that. It's like
absolutely,
It's like
absolutely. So,
when I got the opportunity, I got both of my brothers down. I moved them down here from New Jersey, and I'm teaching them the trade now too. So it's like we just got to
I
keep on
love
going.
that.
We have to keep on going,
I
and
love
and
that.
and I'm getting them. Like they come from in Jersey. Like I don't want to say that it's not as fast. It's faster. People say it's faster, but it's for like production wise, it's not. We do a lot down here in Georgia. We produce a lot here,
Oh,
a lot. So
absolutely.
everybody's always busy here, and just getting them to transition would be probably the most difficult part that I had to deal with them. And it was the same thing for me. I remember when I first got down here, my father used to tell me, he's like, man, you're lazy, like you gotta move. And I'm like, man, I wasn't used to the pace. It was just like, man,
Right.
and it was so hot. The weather here is a lot different than it is up north.
Yes.
Getting accustomed to the humidity, it was just like, oh my god. And
Yeah.
but thank God, we're still here, and and we're still giving it all we got.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's awesome. We have another comment, Louise, our question. So KC says, beside your wife, was there any other person who assisted you in branching out?
Branching out.
So just your
My father-in-law.
father-in-law?
My father-in-law. My father-in-law. He was pretty much the one who showed me the ropes to this game.
Right.
He taught me a lot of it. He didn't hold anything back. He was real honest with everything, and he was just looking for easy living. He wasn't trying to become rich or anything like that, and
Right.
he was
Right.
just trying to just kind of get by. That's pretty much what we're all trying to do. Just trying to get by and just survive and
Absolutely.
live as best as possible. But he really gave me a lot of attention, and I thank God for that. My parents were always supportive. Every time I needed something, they would help out as much as possible.
That's good.
Um, and I want to say my intermediate family was there for me too. I could always rely on my sister and my brothers
That's
when I needed
awesome.
help for anything. So yeah, family play. Anybody who knows this Spanish people, they how families are. They really together, and they really helped me out, and I thank God for that too. They've
That's
been very
awesome.
supportive.
So you have a community like behind you. It's not just Luis. Like it takes a
No,
lot of
absolutely
people
not.
to.
Absolutely not. No, this wouldn't. It would just be as much as I can do by myself.
Right.
That's it. But this takes a team. It takes a team. Right now, I'm running with four guys.
Okay.
I started off by myself. And then I brought my brother down. He started helping me out. We was on a service truck. We ended up buying a van. And we kept on going with the service calls. And we got our first location back. I want to say in 2019. Yeah, 2019. And we was there for
Okay.
about 6 months. And then I ended up having a car accident, and I was down from 2019 all the way to 2000, the beginning of 2021. Uh,
Wow.
no, yeah, 2020, and the ending of 2020. So I was out for like a year.
Wow.
So that kind of set me back a lot too. I lost a lot of
Right.
clientele. The my I had to rely on my family at that point.
Right.
I didn't. We weren't bringing anything, and my wife was a stay at home at the time too. So it was difficult. But
Right.
thank God we got by that, and I thank God for my health too, because I didn't think I was gonna get back the way I was. I ended up having four discs herniated in my back, and I
Wow.
had a tear in my thoracic, and I ended up gaining almost like 100 pounds. I was like
Wow.
270, 280 around there, and I could barely move. I snapped my meniscus in my knee, and it was hectic. But
Wow.
I thank God I got through that. My family was my biggest support for that. My especially
Right.
my kids. My kids would walk around with me in the living room, around the
Oh,
couch, just to build my stamina up and my strength again. And they were very encouraging. I thank God for them, and they're
wow.
like one of my biggest motivations too, man. I can't fail my kids.
Listen, so not only are we talking to someone who has an entrepreneurial spirit, you got a fighter spirit in you, man. Like
Oh
you
yeah, oh
overcoming
yeah.
all of these obstacles in business and in personal. Like that's amazing. I had no idea. Thank you for sharing that with me.
No,
That's
no, you're
amazing.
welcome.
So
Yeah, it's,
Wayne
it's
had
all
a
part of the story, man. Because I know there's a lot of people out there that go through, they go through struggles, and sometimes
right,
you just want to give up. It's hard.
right,
I quit every day. I swear, I quit every day. I'm go home like I'm not going tomorrow. I don't want to do. My wife's like, oh,
right,
whatever. You'll be back there
right,
tomorrow. And it's just like
right.
I guess that's the best part about work. You could quit and come back again.
There you
But
go. There you
but
go.
it's difficult. I think that's what any business or any task that anybody takes on. If it's you get struggles. It's life.
Right,
It gets hard, and you just gotta push forward. Because
absolutely.
if you stop, you won't know. You
Right,
won't know what will
absolutely.
happen. I guess that's
And
what drives me too. I can't stop. I have to figure out what's next.
right, right. And it helps when you have a constant in front of you. And for you, it's your family, right? Like that's your constant focal point. And when you have that in front of you, like no matter what happens around you, like you won't get easily distracted. Because at the end of the
Absolutely.
day, you're right. It's my family. That's my constant. So Wayne had a question about mentorship. Like, do you offer mentorship for the youth? I heard you say that you brought your brothers down and you showed them the ropes and taught them. But is that something that you think you would want to do in the future? Is like mentor other young men?
Of course, yeah. I think that's something that we should do regardless. Like we shouldn't. I don't think of it as like a title. Like if ever I see somebody who needs a conversation or anything like that, I would try to pitch it in because that's just our duty. just as a people here, as a society together, we have to push each other forward, no matter what the situation is. But yeah, I have actually my welder Alex. He's actually, I've been mentoring him for like 2 years now, and he had left for a little while, and I ended up bringing him back on again. But he was going through a lot too, and we have to be there for each other.
Right.
It's difficult. It's as difficult as it is for me. I know it's for the next person. So I'll definitely would love to be there for anybody who needs help. If anybody ever needs help, they can reach out to me. I wouldn't mind. If I know what I'm talking about, I'll tell you. If I don't, I'll let you know.
Right. Same here, Luis. And I think that's why we connected like so easily and quickly. Cause it was the same thing. Like if you asked me something that I didn't know, I don't know, but I get back to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
because me personally, I don't like to waste people's time. I
right.
don't like. I don't
Right.
want to. If I ask you, if I ask a question, and like even when I call, like let's say if I'm calling a phone company or whatever, and I want to talk, I'm like, hey, listen, I'm trying to get this, that, and the third, and I wanted to see if you can help me. If not, can you point me in the right direction? Because
Right.
just sitting there and talking about what you can't do for me won't help me at all. So
Right.
that's
Absolutely.
I think I learned that from those phone calls. Always trying to
Right.
deal with these people, these phone people.
Right, right. So Casey says, I like his fire. Keep striving, my brother. So Casey
Thank you,
is
thank you.
encouraging you to keep going. But again, Louise, like such an awesome testament to the person you are, overcoming all the obstacles that you have overcome. Casey also has another comment. He says, now that you've seen growth, where do you see yourself and your company in 5 years? That's a good
I'm.
question.
It is a good question. Right now my plans are I'm looking for land. I'm looking for
Okay.
land so I can build my own shop. Right now I'm working out of someone else's land, so it's not as good as I would want it to be. But
Right.
we have to deal with what we have, to get
Right.
to where we want to go. And that's my next thing. So like right now I'm just really focused on keeping my clients happy, training my team to flow the way I flow, because I'm really picky on my work. I don't like to just put anything out there. It represents me. So that's like what I've been working on the most now, is just making sure that my team can flow together, because if we can't move in unity, it'll be
Right.
difficult to even think about 5 years from now. So
Right.
but definitely land and my own location. That's probably gonna be within the next 5 years, if
Right.
if it's God's will.
Oh, it's his will. Don't worry about that. We
Yes.
got you. So Wayne saw the welding shield in the background. He said he's a welder too. He said he likes your shield in the background.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I'm actually at the yard now. If you want, I can show you guys pretty
Yeah,
much what
let's
my
see the
setup looks
yard.
like out here.
Let's see.
This will be my service truck here. I think I
Wow.
lost you again.
No, we can see you. We can see you. Oh, now he's gone. Oh man. So let's try to get Luis back on the phone so we can see where he works. There he is. Okay, Luis, we can hear you, but we're getting a visual up. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. We're getting visual up so we can see the yard. I'll
Okay,
let you know when. Okay, we can see you. All right.
gotcha. All right, so this is my the truck that I have now. Where we do the welding out of. We
Okay.
I pretty much work. I tried to keep in order for me to keep my prices in a how you say an affordable range for the
Right.
owner operators, because it's
Competitive.
hard for owner operators. I understand. We're the small guys. We're just
Right.
struggling. So
Right.
I had to keep it so that I can make myself affordable for them. So I had to keep my overhead as low as possible, and that's why I
Right.
chose a yard. I didn't go straight into a shop, so I can keep the overhead low, and I can, meet meet the customers' requirements as well. Um, so I pretty much, when I started, I didn't have anything. I got this truck where I'm using to move my trailers now. So
Wow.
we use from that area over there all the way over to this trailer here,
Wow.
and
So
yeah,
you
so
got a lot
I
of
got
trailers in.
I got a lot of work. That's why I'm always busy and I can never
Right.
really answer your phone calls.
It's okay. It's totally okay. Now that you connected me to Yasmin, like we're good.
Awesome. You see that, but that's what it's for. look for what we can to make things work out. And my shop, I run my shop out of a trailer, out of a 53-foot trailer.
Right.
It's nothing extravagant or fancy. It's just enough to hold what we need and for us to be able to work. It's no light in here now, but I keep all my stuff in here. There's another exit on
Right.
the other end.
It
And
gets the job done, and that's what it's all about.
yeah, because some in the beginning when I first started, I was thinking, I'm like, yeah, I gotta get a shop, and I wanted all of these things that were like extravagant to have, and it was more of a just to have it, to say I had it, and I didn't need it,
Yeah.
and now I know that. I
Right.
just kept on going, and I didn't let that stop me because
Yep.
a lot of guys would go out and they be like, oh well, I don't have the shop or I don't have this, and that'll discourage them, and it's just like you don't. We come from nothing, so you
Right.
know, like it's
Yep.
just we do what we can, what we have to get to where we have to go. And like
So
I said,
Case,
I'm not doing nothing crazy. I'm no millionaire. I'm just I'm just getting by with everybody else
not
trying to stay
yet,
above the water.
Luis. Not yet. Oh, so Casey has a question. He's saying, have you reached out to any small business programs to buy or build land yet? And maybe that's something that me and you can have a conversation with offline, because when you talked about buying land, I did not know that you were looking for land, but I actually have a connection that I want to share with you.
Awesome.
He's a real estate agent, and he does like commercial property and stuff. So we may be able to talk it up
Awesome.
and
Awesome.
get you, set
Yes.
up with him. So definitely the power of connection. See, like
Yes. No, you're absolutely right.
that's what it's all about. People, just like Luis was saying, we got to help each other out. We're a big community, and we definitely want to support each other. And I love your stance on trying to keep your overhead down. Like I too did the same thing. I made that same choice because I operate out of my home 100%. Like, what do I need an office for? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That would be more overhead that I would have to pass on somehow to my client. And so I
Exactly.
feel like I'm able to offer that competitive pricing because my overhead is so low, right? Um,
Absolutely.
do I love every single aspect of what I have to do? No, but at the end of the day, like, I am trying to make sure that I provide my client with the best service possible at the most affordable rate. You get what I'm saying? And so
Absolutely. Yep. Yep.
you got to get your hands dirty when you're doing that. And so, like, I absolutely get fulfillment with seeing people like you, right? Like hearing your story, being able to connect with you, being able to connect with other clients just like you. Like, we all are in this together. We're all trying to build something together, right? We're
Yep.
not where we want to be, but we're definitely making strides and thriving. And that's what I love, because you said that you were out of commission for a year, and already
Yeah.
you've bounced back to where you are now. Y'all, he's killing it,
No
y'all.
time for downtime.
Like, he is killing it.
No
That's
time.
why
You
I
got to. I remember
yeah.
when I started. When I first started, I used to leave the house. I used to leave before my wife would wake. I would leave like around 5 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't get back home to maybe 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning the next day.
Wow.
So it's like, and I would go out. I would stand in front of the truck stops, truck areas, rest areas, giving out business cards. Sometimes I went out and I would spend 12 hours just giving out business cards and talking to clients. I didn't do any work. I wouldn't make any money, but it was
Right.
I was just getting my name out there,
Right.
talking to guys. I would do little small things for free just to get them on, to call me back, and thank God, like it went quick. Like, to be honest, it went quick. When I look back
Wow.
now and just talking about it, I'm like, that was pretty fast. Like,
That was
just
pretty
to get
fast.
situated, and like I
Right.
said, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm happy, and
Right.
I thank God that I'm where I am
Right.
compared to
Right.
where I was before.
So listen, they done hashtag your motto, no time for downtime. So you're gonna be a
Oh yeah.
hashtag.
Oh
you're gonna
yeah.
be you're gonna be a hashtag, Louise. But listen, I know you're a busy man, so I'm gonna give you back the rest of your evening. But thank you so much. Wayne made another comment. He said, "I joined this live stream for the info, but I got info and encouragement." So he was like, "Thank you for
Awesome.
this. This
Awesome.
is fire."
Be blessed,
Um,
brother.
yeah. So thank you again so much, Louise. Like, it's
No,
been
thank
an
you.
awesome pleasure, like, speaking with you. And me and you definitely have to connect, because I have some clients that are in the truck driving business.
Okay. Sweet.
So You know, we definitely need to help each other out. So maybe we can make that connection as well as the real estate connection that me and you
Yes,
gonna have to.
definitely.
So I
We'll
don't
be
know if I
sitting
need to
down for
talk to
dinner
you
soon.
or Yasmin. I don't know who I need to talk to, but
Now
I'll
we'll all
talk.
link up. You, me, and your
Okay.
husband will all go. We go eat some dinner.
Yeah, that sounds
Yes,
good. Yeah,
yes,
you
yes.
are definitely hashtagging. We ain't got it too. No time for downtown. So that's the new hashtag.
There we
I
go. It's
might
a
borrow
movement,
that.
baby. It's a movement.
Right, it's a movement. But people definitely contact Luis. We'll have his contact information up. Again, the name of his company is Mendez Brothers LLC. He's located here in Stockbridge, Georgia. And so definitely reach out to him if you have a truck driving business or trailers and you need repairs or services, anything along those lines. Again, we appreciate Luis's time and joining us for tonight's Let's Talk Tuesday. It was truly a pleasure, and I am definitely grateful for the opportunity. So, until next time, Fye Finance family, you all have a blessed and wonderful Tuesday evening. Don't forget to tune in next week. We are going to have another guest who will be talking about content creation and a little bit about finance as well. She is in the banking world of finance. So I won't give you too much information, but just stay tuned and continue to follow us for more information about our next week's guest. So, again, thank you for joining. Thank you so much for all your comments and all your questions. As always, until next time, see ya.